Okay, so if you guys are coming back into this, obviously you see the person's name on there. Well, I wasn't exactly sure which way I was gonna go to do this, so I kind of did a little coin flip on my own time to see which way I was gonna go. I decided to go ahead and save Lena for after Alisa and Ilyana's routes are complete, and then do Miku for last. And then obviously the main plot of the game, which is Eula. That's kind of how I went to do with it. So obviously you see the person's name. So Alyssa is who I'm gonna go with. Uh, I figured, the reason I'm gonna go with it that way is because apparently, and I did some extra reading on it. Uh, Alyssa, and Ulyana have the least amount of plot compared to Lena, Miku, and Eula. Not that they don't have any, but they don't play as it's not Eula doesn't play as much of a big role in their routes as she does in terms of the other routes. So that's kind of another reason why I'm saving those three girls a little bit. But their routes apparently are still pretty good in their own right, though. I'm talking about Alyssa and Ilyana, though. But since I haven't really seen theirs yet, so I'll have to see what they're all about in terms of that. And apparently, Alyssa has a pretty good one, apparently. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start up the game and then hit the famous intro where you guys see the people on the bus, and then I will show the part where the introduction with her comes in, and then just kind of go from there. Hmm. Great intro, I gotta say. I don't know. It's one of the better ones that I've seen in a while. Day one. It's gonna be interesting going through this after I did Slavia. It's like you do that with every route, right? It's like you get used to one person that you kind of played as previously, and then all of a sudden you get into another route. Not that you didn't see the other characters, right? But whatever you have to do one person because you have to focus on one at a time, you kind of get used to being around them a little bit, so you kind of get to know them. And then you do that all over. It's like, oh man, running into you, it's like it's gonna be like deja vu all over again. It's like, but I guess it depends on who you started with too, though. I know you said TNT. I know you said you did Miku, which that was surprising. But I guess you got Semyon. Does that work? You could get Semyon's good ending and still be able to get her. That's interesting. For some reason, I kind of thought maybe you had to get one of the females uh, endings to kind of do that. I don't know. That's kind of interesting how that works. All right, so we're gonna do some forwarding here, as I mentioned. So, uh, oh man, do not reply. Pretty much, he ends up talking to her anyway, so there's really not much to this. But we need to go past it anyway. Let me go a little bit further, because She should be right around the corner here. Okay. Wait. There's something else. Suddenly, something struck me on the back. I staggered but remained on my feet, turned around and prepared to fight heroically for my life. But all I found was another girl standing before me. My mouth hung open in surprise. Pick your jaw up off the ground. I closed my mouth. My goodness. The same pioneer uniform, but the way she was wearing it looked, let's say, provocative. Yeah, you're definitely looking at her chest. My goodness. Like all the girls I had met here before, this one was rather cute, but her overly arrogant expression killed any desire to get to know her better. New here, are you? Fine, see ya. She threw a threatening glance at me and walked past. I waited for the pioneer girl to turn at the corner. I'm curious to how this route with her is gonna go. It's gonna be interesting to see how these two interact. I don't know. Who knows what else she might have been up to. The most interesting thing was that even this hostile girl seemed completely normal to me. She did not give up the feeling of some deadly danger. Except maybe the danger of getting punched in the nose. Okay. We need to do a little bit of some forwarding here, but not too far. And like I said, it's like seeing her is kind of familiar. You. Whoop. Okay. In the blink of an eye, Alisa jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. Alright, you'll manage from here onwards. Electronic turned to his heels. And this choice, unlike the last time, where we actually ran away from her, we're not actually going to do that. So let me overwrite one of these files here. Okay. So we are going to stay here. Alisa, running past, stopped for a moment and growled. I'll deal with you later. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I added a forced guilty smile to my words. What about guilty air? She made no reply and carried on chasing the electronic. Okay. And that was pretty much that. Looks like I have to kill time alone, waiting for dinner. And this is where we meet her, but we need to slow down because Alisa has one scene here that's coming up. Guess that's for the canteen. Samyan, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. She looked around the place. Demechkaya, hold it right there. Olga, the Michinaba, shouted at Alisa, who was passing by. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Indeed, her attire looked somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat right now. All right. Alisa got her shirt right and walked past, shooting it up, pleasant glare at me. So, where can we find you a place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. So, we need to go past this, because this is going to lead to this character. And a familiar scene that kind of made me laugh the first time I saw it, because she put a bug in his plate. Although, she lose some brownie points on stuff like that, but there's other things I do like about Ulyana. Putting a bug in his plate, though, or sneaking it in there somehow, not one of them. Although apparently attempting to take the cutlet actually gets you a point for her, which is kind of funny on that. So we're actually not going to do that. Because I think when I first did this, I think I swiped it, which wasn't paying attention to the choice that I did at the time. Okay, let's go past you. Whoop. Don't want to go too far. She smiled sarcastically. Okay. It's true she didn't. It's fine. Slavia will come now and... What? Wow, this is what I mean. This eye, I said she has this creepy eye, and she has this... I'm not really sure what that was, but I remember the first time I came through here, when he mentioned Slavia, this face she made, it's like, what's with that? Is there something with you two? Do you not get along? I don't know. I mean, you think... Well, you see the certain people throughout the camp, if you ever notice... Ulyana and Slavia seem to be more around one another, and Lena and Alisa seem to be more around each other, which is kind of interesting on that. Guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm off then. And you'll pay for this. You owe me two already. Having said that, Alisa disappeared into the night. What was the first one? Okay. Slavia didn't keep me waiting for too long. Okay, so we're gonna go past this because, let's see. I don't think this has any effect on Alisa though, in terms of these keys, because this only applies to Miku. So, like Slavia, I'm gonna leave these keys because they're kind of irrelevant to me. And if you're doing Lena's route, you're gonna want to praise the book, but we're gonna keep silent. So, and this should take us to the end of day one, or close to it. Whoop. But not only around, I was the only creature in the universe. Not really sure what that was. As if the universe had returned to a state of singularity right before the Big Bang. Okay. And something was just about to happen. Suddenly I heard a voice. I could not make out the words, but it sounded familiar. The voice was whispering something gently as if soothing me. And then I realized. It was the voice of that strange girl from the bus. Ah, the girl from the dream. But what is she trying to tell me? Who is she? Okay. I woke up. Okay. And this is day 2 already, so this is a lot faster than what I did it obviously the first time around, but that's because you're getting to know everybody when you play it the first day around, right? Bright sunlight struck my eyes. It was almost noon. After stretching lazily on the bed and yawning, I started to recall the previous day. In a few seconds, all its events passed before my eyes. The bus, the camp, the local inhabitants. No, that's just wrong. Not this whole situation, not me being here, it was wrong by default. My attitude towards what was happening was wrong. Because yesterday I fell asleep here just like that. Before that, I chatted nicely with the local pioneers. Come on, phone! Please, to crack a few jokes. How could I act like that in such a situation? I should be frightened, startled by every little rustling, should avoid all contact with the potentially hostile creatures. The last day's events were getting hazy, like I had a hangover. This really feels like the morning after a heavy drinking party. Yesterday's natural, flawless, absolutely normal conduct becomes a nightmare in the morning. A grotesque illustration from the Divine Comedy. Yes, it's just like that, and I can't change the past now. Then again, I had probably assessed the situation when it was acting accordingly. I glanced around trying to figure out whether I had been thrown somewhere else, but Olga Dmitrievna's cabin looked the same as yesterday. Everything seemed to be in its place except for a pioneer uniform which was hanging from the bedhead. Oh yeah, I fumbled with it in distrust and tried it on. At least this is better than walking around in winter clothes. Wish I could see myself, but I look like a clown. Yeah, you do. You had a creepy look, and for that I needed a mirror. At least a tiny one. I finally found one on the wardrobe floor. That's what I'm talking about. Holy. Yeah, it's like, I guess if you had to go back in time, it's like, okay, what happened to my beard? It's like, I don't know. Your beard was actually the best part about you. Really? I hated that damn thing. It's hard to eat with it. No, I'm just kidding. But we need to do some forwarding because I saw this scene a little bit here. See, okay, need to go past you because this is just has to do with the lineup. Yeah, with the grumpiness already. Not even a day there, and she's already showing that grumpy look. Not a squeamish person, but nevertheless, standing there, I realized that there was still some minimal level of habitual comfort, which I found it troublesome to do without. It's often like that when you lose things that you thought were ordinary and common, you suddenly understand just how essential they were. Ah, screw this, as if I had any choice. Okay. Someone was coming quickly or more like running towards me. I turned around. Oh, I forgot, it's you, Slavia. Like I said, this is going to be interesting trying to skip through dialogue. You get used to a character. It's like, man, deja vu, you know? At least for me, anyway. I don't know. Who was changing? Oh, jeez. He walked in on Olga. That's funny. Nothing we saw there, though. Pioneer uniforms. Olga kept on talking and talking. Okay, yeah. Okay. Care less about this dialogue because it's not really going to go anywhere. So, yeah. The pioneers were already lined up. Okay, so I just wanted to get to this point. What? Is somebody not here yet? Nope, I'm not here. She looked around at her brave pioneer troops. Yeah, alright, go stand somewhere. Weird. Why did she tell me there are no more sleeping places? Don't know. One person is missing. Who is missing from this scene, guys? You tell me. Miku is meant to be a main heroine, right? Why is she missing? Or is it the game's way of telling you, guess what? We're gonna surprise you that she is here, but we're not gonna put her in this lineup, I think. It's like they just it's kind of interesting how they inserted Xenia in here, and she doesn't really have a main like route like the other girls, but I mean she does have like something, but it's not really like, you know, what most of the girls in the game have. It's kind of funny with that. While the chief was running her mouth about our plans for the week, I stared at the people. A few heads away from me stood Electronic, a little further, Lena and Slavia, and at the end of the line, Ulyana and Alisa. Everyone I had met was here. Olga spoke about some competitions, and I turned my attention to the monument. Gendo. I cannot remember any revolutionary with a similar name. He had a weird posture too, as if he was looking around with distrust, maybe contempt or even disdain. Probably some local leader. Daydreaming again. Slavia brought me back to reality. Olga stared into bow. Still remember the plan for the week? The plan? I would never forget the plan. Perfect. She looked at Slavia. Did you bring in? Yes. Slavia handed me a piece of paper. It's a checklist. Here are 4 tasks to check off. Do it all today. Before you start, sign up for a club. There are some clubs in the clubhouse and a musical club in the separate building. Then visit the infirmary. And finally, visit the library. Got it? Yes. The checklist seemed like a good chance to find out something since I had to go to places I haven't been before. And come on, start right now. What about lunch? Don't worry, I'll bring you more sandwiches. The checklist is more important. Is it, though? Good luck. They departed too fast for me to do anything else. And I'm going to forward this because I know where this is going to lead. Okay, so last time I came through here this was one of those, since you're kind of new to my channel, obviously, you're my recent sub. This, besides the card game, is the one thing that threw me off when I first played this. It's like, what the hell is this? Like, it took me some time to figure this part out. It's like, okay, where the hell do you go? You know, kind of thing, right? It's like, okay. It's like, this doesn't have any influence on anything. Really. It's, I had to basically look everywhere, and I could not find one walkthrough that had this anybody talking about this map or any of that in all the days. It's like, okay, what does this mean? Can you go here? Will this have an effect on anything, kind of thing? Nobody seemed to have an answer for it. Even for people that played the game, said nothing about it, which was kind of funny, you know. So I found the one place that I went to kind of help me with this in each and every route. So that's kind of okay for me. So we're gonna go to a couple of these places, but since I kind of already been to most of these, none of these places really, except for this, go into the clubhouse, really only has any relevance. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the infirmary, but we already saw this person, so first time around, so we're gonna skip that, and then we're gonna go to the library. We saw Xenia. Lena was there. Finally, I'll do the music club. Because apparently none of these choices have anything to do with her. Although you did see a little bit of her at the end of it. But there wasn't really much to it. So, okay. So the last choice we have is the clubhouse. Okay. Went to the clubhouse. I think Because there's a bet thing that we have to do that apparently has to do more with her. Alisa, I should say. Okay, here we go. On the porch stood Alisa Electronic. Okay. Ulyana and Slavia. Because we do have to make a bet with her, unlike the last time. As we came up, I heard what they were talking about. Never call me to betcha again, or you'll get another one. I didn't call you that. You're hearing things. He did. I heard it all. You weren't even there. I was in the bushes. My goodness. She knows how to give people away, doesn't she? Come on, you guys. Stop it. So it wasn't a football injury Electronic suffered earlier today. The nurse did a good job, but I couldn't even see his black eye. Olga came up to them and asked them about the ruckus. What happened? I listened, just spoke. I didn't do anything. She shrugged with antipathy and went inside. Right, dinner time. Okay. At our last preach here near Miku. Okay. And we already kind of saw you previously, so we're going to skip a little bit past you. If you want to know more about her, there's something with her. Okay. Went out and sat on the stairs, waiting for my dinner to settle down a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. Everything is so lively here during the day. Kids laughing and yelling happily, fooling and running around. Constant chatter, games going on, and swimming at the beach. But after dark, the camp changes entirely. The sounds of day were swapped for silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. And every shadow you could see things, maybe a ghost or a spirit of the forest, or a wild animal, a human being would be the last thing to expect. That is how it looked last night, and now the locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day, the camp was theirs. In the night, it belonged more to the forces of nature than the humans. Okay, someone touched my shoulder. I looked back. Oh. Guards? Yep, I invented a new game. A good one. Good, like how? Well, first we got to find the cards, then I'll tell you. Then go find them, what's the problem? Only Olga has them, but she won't get them to me. Why so? Well, the last time when we... Olga and Slavia came out onto the porch. Olga, Sylvia just wanted to ask you about the possibility of getting playing cards. Actually, for what purpose? We invented a new game. Not we, you did. What game? I need the cards to show you. I don't like this. Well, if Samuel is with you, then perhaps it's okay. To be really honest, we'll go fetch them together, okay? Oh. Oh boy. Well, obviously we're not going to be going with you. The thing about doing this is even when you're doing one person's route, you have to keep in mind that other people also have choices along the way you have to make. It's kind of interesting is I'm going to be doing choices that go against her here. It's almost like, if you ask me, are you doing the bad route for Slavia? No, I'm doing Alyssa's route. It's like, yeah, I can kind of see that. Although, if I was doing her bad route, I would still have to follow the guide to make sure I get a good, her bad ending and not necessarily a game over kind of screen because... Yeah, there's points where if you make there's a difference between making a bad choice and getting a bad ending. Because at least the game progresses to a point, even if the ending you get isn't the greatest. Yeah. So we're gonna go alone. I'll go get them. Fine, we're in my cabin, in the desk drawer. I headed to Olga's place. Okay. Why did I agree anyway? Then again, what choice did I have? There's nothing to do here at night, at least I'll have some fun. But my mind kept nagging me about this not being a good time for having fun. On the other hand, if there actually exists a camp with pioneers, then it must be someone's doing. And even if it's not true, then the most logical thing is to seek answers here, not in the forest or fields. But at this very moment, the answer is going to play cards. Okay? I opened the door with my own key and went inside. To my surprise, there were no cards inside. Instead, it was full of cups, forks, and knives, scotch tape, scissors, rubber gloves, a piece of rope, a few plastic bags, pencils, and a few broken pens. My goodness. This must be Slavia's room, right? I'm gonna guess. Kind of feel real weird or invading it. Or is it Olga's? I'm not sure. Everything except the playing cards. Maybe I should look in the closet. Oh boy. It was full of Olga's clothes, but a small drawer with a keyhole at the top caught my eye. My goodness. I could only imagine if he's going through that, what she would be doing if she caught him. I would want to be him at that point. I pulled, but it didn't open. I wonder if she's hiding something. And because I made this choice, since we didn't see it the first time around, this is why I'm showing this, because this did not happen when we were with Slavia, as far as I recall. Forcing it open wasn't the best idea, even if the cards were in there. When I got back, Olga informed me. Ty, I remember that cards were in Slavia's cabin. She fetched them while you were looking. I looked at Slavia. She made me smile. Come on, you guys. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Slavia and Olga went inside. I was gonna follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Okay. Alisa. Her gaze sent a shiver down my spine. Not a nice one. You want something? I asked carefully. You're gonna play this stupid game. Yes? Something wrong with that? Nope, nothing. She was turning to leave, but then slowly looked back and smiled. So, you play cards? A little. I couldn't figure out what she wanted. So, only Durak, and that's it. Durak, card game popular in USSR, similar to President. Never heard of it. As if you're a poker star. Oh, okay. So something like that, right? Oh, yes, technically. Then you don't have a chance. Why? Because. So you know the rules? Of course. Well then, you'll have the upper hand. I could see why we would go on talking in motion towards the door. Why do you keep trying to leave? Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Let's take a bet. What do you mean? You're such a slowpoke. The cards, what else? And what do you want to bet on? That I'll win. That's quite a possible outcome. I agreed calmly. So, are you afraid? No, I'm not. I'm not big on bets, but I don't like my chances. And you're not big on taking risks too. Such an astute observation. I'm impressed. Right, then No, you're not. Now what? I sighed in exhaustion. He was starting to annoy me with her rubbish talk about some pointless point. If you don't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you tried to seduce me. You know what I said the last time? It's like, who would believe? But then again, with the way we saw with Olga towards the end with Slavia, I mean, towards him anyway, the way that was, and they were just kind of laying down. Maybe she could be onto something here. I don't know. It's like, I could maybe see it, but the way that she kind of puts her shirt up, though, as a way of teasing, though, I would think that it's like, would she get yelled at, or would he still get the shit for it, or something like that? I don't know. If this happened to me in real life, I'd be like, you know what? You wouldn't win that bet because people that know me, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it's be like you could try, but it ain't gonna work. You know what? You had me. I could imagine her doing this. Don't be stupid. Who's gonna believe you? I've been here less than 2 days. Besides, wanna try your luck? Right. And what will happen if I win? I won't tell anyone anything. And if I lose? Slowpoke mode again. I'll tell everyone you tried to seduce me. I told you already. Makes you wonder if she was actually just joking around here or just being serious with that. It's like, who does that? It's like, okay, like, what kind of seducing you talking? It's like, the way that you're sounding, though, I'm pretty sure I'm getting a different kind of vibe of what she's meaning here. Is like, you try to come on to me. Is that what it is? Rather than this seduce word? Because when I think seduce, it's like, somehow the person's sexuality got to you and you got a little bit aroused, kind of thing. And then next thing you know, two people kind of get into something. That's usually how that goes. What I think of the word seduce anyway. But I don't know. The vibe that I'm reading here is a different kind of vibe that I'm getting out of it. But I don't know. But I'm wondering if she's just kind of messing with him though for a little bit. I don't know. I guess we'll find out since she's kind of new to me a little bit, as I mentioned, in terms of actually going through her route. you know. So you're telling me now that I have to work to prove that I didn't do something when I didn't actually do it. If that's how you want to look at it. Not a simple decision. On the other hand, it was stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really make my life hell. Then again, can I even trust her? She could do it even if I would. So, have you made a decision? Oh boy, I was gonna answer, but suddenly Lena came around from behind. What? Nothing. Lena hurried inside. So, okay, well, the last time, obviously, I didn't bet with her, but still find it a little bit funny that how they kind of went about this. I don't know. Okay, so we are going to this time. I'm curious how this is gonna go. I may regret it 100 times. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win, yeah, all fair, no cheating. Alyssa turned, went up the stairs and inside the canteen. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to. Since she decided to anyway. I let out a heavy sigh and followed her through the door. Inside, everything was ready. A few pioneers stood here and there chatting. The tables were moved out of the way to make room for players and spectators. I looked around. Something was going on in the far corner. When I came closer, I saw a large piece of paper with a diagram drawn on it. Okay, and unlike the last time where we had to actually lose this damn thing, we have to win it. But I'm going to have to do some saving beforehand, and I'm not going to, since this game takes way too damn long, this is the one part what I mentioned I don't care for about the game. This card game would be it, you know. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say for it. So I'm gonna skip a little bit of that, get to the tutorial. So let's see here. Prizes, yeah. Okay. If it takes me a little bit, I'm gonna do some pausing beforehand so that you don't have to guys watch me the entire time go through this card game. So honestly, this should be something they should do. Have the protagonist, you know, just kind of the game do it automatically on its own rather than just you do that. Because I don't know, it's a visual novel to me, or at least that's what I think of it anyway. Oh boy, there you are. You're another one besides Alyssa that gets a grumpy face or that kind of look on you. Except you don't really have a creepy eye. You're just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, you do that. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Oh, jeez. Jeez, look at them chasing each other around. Jeez. Okay, now I'm gonna do the saving because you're supposed to do this beforehand so that, I don't know, in case you lose or whatever. So let me do this and I will see you guys hopefully on the other side of this. Okay, so we got past that, see where this is gonna go. But I have a bet with Alyssa. Meanwhile, Electronic proudly announced that the first round is over. So, a list of those who made it into the second round appeared on the scheme after a little while. Semi-final pairs consisted of Alisa versus Xenia and Ulyana versus me. Oh boy. Doom Sai escaped me, so we're gonna have to go through her now. That's gonna be interesting. So hopefully I can manage to get through her. But she's a little bit harder than I would say Lena sometimes. Okay, and I'm going to do some skipping on this so I don't have to worry about this part. So you guys don't have to see that. So I will see you on the other side of this. Okay, and I got past her twice. Yeah, to beat her twice. Boy, oh boy, that's weird. Okay. Easy peasy. I said and reclined on my seat. That's not fair. I hope she won't demand another rematch. How come? I chuckled. Okay. I said Ulyana aggressively and got up from the table. I studied the tournament scheme closely, trying to understand who's going to be my final rival. Who do you think it's going to be? At the same moment, Alisa took my place at the table. Good lord. I pulled a dumb, faint smile, like I'm afraid of her. You should be. Congratulations. Expecting to win. I'm expecting that you'll keep your promise. Okay, let's roll. Oh boy, this is gonna be tricky, so let me do another save and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Hopefully I can get through this, because it's gonna be time consuming. Hooray, I won. That'll let Alyssa know who rules the roost here. My goodness. That means that betting with her wasn't a waste. Yeah, that went through hell getting through that daggone card game. Now the only thing left is to hope that she would not spread that false gossip about because of her loss. Suddenly I got a desire to celebrate my own victory and have a dip at the beach. My goodness. All that for that. I guess you would after a few card games after that. To tell the truth, I do not really know how to swim, but the possibility of diving into the cool water under the moonlight seemed attractive. Really. After all, I spent the whole of yesterday in my winter clothes, and surely you could nicely wring the sweat out of me. In the evening, no one should be here, so I took off all of my clothes except my underpants and entered the water. My goodness, where is this going? If I only knew, I would have taken my swimming trunks along. Usually it was enough for me to swim for 15-20 meters, but this time the euphoria of my victory spurred me on to break this record. I swam slowly and tactfully, watching every movement of my arms and legs and keeping my breath steady. All of a sudden, wham!